So MYM, they are forced back. It's either they force back or they engage, and by the looks of it, Misery wants to engage. Straight towards the front lines, Axis fly. They still want to keep down Roshan. More charges go. Mnet, too close, a little bit of damage. The Crystal Maiden trying to harass up. Misery still being the one to actually take it for the team. Careful with his hold, he's getting up, bouncing! The heel goes up, Silvercross in the middle. Misery's the first one. No, he's not. They put Silvercross into a chicken state. They're going to manage to pop up the Oldie. CM drops the Oldie as well, hanging on the sideline. Silvercross now goes for Mania. Misery is still alive during this team and gets shacked up with the rest of Shen's army. There's trying to fall back, does go down, and there goes our Windrunner. Two of them go down for the Necrolite. Magi to live through it. The Venomancer was the only other casualty, and Silvercross, it actually blinked and stuck up in the top corner. As either that or he's waiting for the to actually jump down and get the kill. It does look like he's stuck though, but that's a 2-for-1 trade.
Hey everybody, it's Ruder bringing you a quick look into Dota 2, which was revealed today, August the 17th, and I will say they did not disappoint the world. Everything about the presentation has been awesome to watch, the updated graphics look spectacular, the announcers are spot on with their predictions and knowledge of the game, and the best part is the engine apparently feels just like the Warcraft 3 version, so it should feel at home for those of us that have loved this genre from its earliest days. So let's start at the very beginning. The announcers know everything that's going on with these players. There are a lot of big-name teams with a lot of big-name Dota players, and they have been boot camping together. All of these teams have been practicing, getting their hands on this game a little bit early, just so they can put on a good show for us. Now, the bannings are a little bit different from what you would see in League of Legends, or even in Han, but what I do like is it allows some adaptation. There's a couple of early bans, then some picks go down, then some more bans, and then finally your last few picks. So even if you see where your opponents are going, maybe they're going with a push strat, maybe they're going with AoE, you can change up what they can pick by doing some later bans. Because these announcers are so familiar with the game engine, everything that's going on, what the players are looking to do, and are familiar with the team strategies, they can sometimes predict it. So watching this screen itself can be a bore. It's maybe 10 minutes long during the bans and picks. I did speed it up for you, so I'm sorry if they look a little neurotic shifting back and forth. But the announcers, if you do listen, are very insightful. They know what these players want to go with. They can tell from the bans, they can tell from the picks. So someone that is maybe not so familiar with Dota, watching this is a great introduction. This is definitely where you want to start. Now let's go ahead and get into how this game looks. I want to say that I love the look and I love the direction that they decided to go with this. They took the health bars from League of Legends. Everything as far as terrain looks very, very realistic. Although it is cel-shaded, it looks very, very clean. Team fights are not overwhelming, even with high graphics as they're showing on the stream here. It's not too bright. It's not like you have a fucking laser light show pointing directly into your eyes like Han tends to have. I really like where they went. I think that both games made their mistakes. League of Legends went too cartoony and Han went too bright and too shiny, and this is a perfect middle ground. Everything's very clear. There's so many times in a Han game that I'll be, even though I know exactly what's going on in 90% of the team fights, I'll have that one team fight where I swear to God, I will be clicking so hard to get out of there, and I've been dead for 10 seconds and I don't even realize it. Another issue is that although it's not too shiny, because of the spell definitions and because of what's going on, you'll be able to tell who's doing what and who's on what team. Here we have a beautiful pull from Darkseer, I just want to point this out, and a beautiful ult into it from Ancient Apparition, his teammate there. Now, if you're not familiar with Dota, you may not have known what was going on in that, and that's where I think the announcers did a really good job of addressing that this morning, saying that although people are going to want to play this game, although it's very hyped, it may be very difficult for some people to get into, but at the same time, everybody's going to be in that same boat. If there are a lot of LoL players coming over here that have never touched Dota and they want to play this game, you'll all be in it together. If there's people that are playing Han that have never touched the predecessor, you'll be in this together. Everyone's going to be learning. You're not going to be against these pros that are in this video and against really, really good teams up front. It's going to be a learning experience, and if you want to learn it, please don't feel intimidated. This looks so friendly to a new player. The shop looks so much cleaner. The items are defined very clearly. Everything looks good. This game looks fantastic. One of the most difficult parts about learning Dota will be that there are so many different types of strategies. If people are very familiar with Han or LoL, generally you're going to have like tri-laners in Han, you're going to have roamers in Han. In LoL, it's a pretty set pattern. There's going to be a jungler, solo top, solo mid, a couple bottom, support and AD generally. And really, the style of Dota as a whole is is adaptive. Really, there's things going on all the time. People are going to change up strategies. You can do so many different things with the different characters, the item builds. The intricacies of the items themselves will give you responses to maybe something you don't normally have a response to. So let's say you're playing LoL and they've got a Xin Zhao that you just can't stop, but your team doesn't have any stuns. There is an item you can purchase that will allow you to stun on auto attacks. There are ways to counter certain setups and certain strategies within the game that you'll just have to learn while playing. Alright, so let's talk about the presentation of the tournament. Thus far, I really can't stress enough how helpful the announcers are with their shoutcasting. They are definitely creating a far more intense viewing experience. The team fights just feel completely epic. Even if you know what's going on like I do, sometimes it helps to have someone there just calling out every ability and catching things that you may have missed. The streaming will lag from time to time. The audio cuts out and the video lags, and if that's the case, they will pause it and they will turn the stream completely off, but they will come back very quickly. The stream was not in all languages for the first day, as it was promised, but luckily it was presented in English, which is really all I care about. And the video will lag enough, the game will lag enough for the players in the tournament to actually request a pause. And sometimes they will pause in the middle of the action, and that really sucks for us as a viewer. Overall, I think the tournament is going great. I hope you get up early enough or stay up late enough to catch all the action. The schedule for the games is going to be on their website. I will have a link in the description. I think that Dota 2 is going to be a huge success. I think that other MOBA games are going to definitely pick up their game to stay competitive with this. It's a tried and true formula. What can you say? This game is going to be around for a long time. And lastly, I really hope that you guys have signed up for the beta through Steam and through the Dota 2 website. Again, I will leave a link in the description. This has been Veruda. Thank you very much for watching. I'm going to leave you with some of the biggest highlights that I recorded by the time I realized I should be recording them from a couple of the games, and just give you an example of how awesome the shoutcasting really is.
I do agree though, and Silvercross now just going to jump it. There was also the ulti from Fury to help out. He drops down the ultimate. It's going to be enough to kill CM, and he's going to live! Mania! Beautiful play. He's in mid. They don't know he's actually there. They're not going to be ready to fight this. Malka shackle shotted. Wait for him to actually pop out. Misery still here. Playmate TP is in. Misery shows himself. One death blast the wall. Holds Misery in place. CM drops down the ultimate, doing whatever she can, but she's already dead. Net goes down. The battle's happening in the back end of things. Still nobody gone. Just from gamers, well, there goes our man. MUFC, Twistelmaiden flies back, wants to get back towards his bottom lane, wants to give it over to Adam Mana. Still nobody died just yet. Misery trying to stay alive. Playmate in the back. Silvercross now joined on in. He's managed to get the kill on Mania, and he's going to go for Misery now. Misery losing mana. He doesn't have enough to actually drop down his ulti right now. This is not what he actually wants. Malcolm, Playmate, they've lined themselves up perfectly for Windrunner. A lot of damage. XY goes down. Demon is still doing a lot of damage. Demon gets himself a double kill as the better Manta. Striking now. Sharky is what he wants. He needs to stop. He needs to stop Silvercross. Silvercross has just ripped through his army. 2 to 3. Playmates back. And we'll try and push out this bottom lane. TPing in a little bit closer. He goes up a Gwinsu. Now he gets Windrunner. Turns her into a small little chicken beast master. Throws the axis down. And M still want to keep the pressure on this bottom lane. While the middle lane is pushing it itself. It's not going to be enough to do any damage, real damage.
Silvercross is already there, taking care of mid lane.
A lot of heroes so for MUSC, licking their wounds, man.
Estimated.
HY wants to go, stun on art style, shackle, hold him in place. XY, is there going to be, just a lightning jump. Styles turns around, wants to go for XY. Sven's coming in as well. Sven's stun will follow, will actually hit. Power shot missing from XY. HY needs to land this stun. He doesn't land this stun. Styles gets his flash, but will manage to retreat. Puppy is coming in from the side, but it will not be enough. But Joey came in. He wants to kill. He won't get the kill. They got him back out again. Well done, Puppy getting that TP out. Now Joey's in down here for absolutely nothing. And he's got no mana to jump himself back out again with his ulti. We'll try and TP in. Dendi, will he do enough damage? No, he won't. Not enough time. And Roy will fall back. And Sky, they're very reluctant to get out of this all. Are they just yet? Yeah, they are.
Good power shift for them, but they're on the back foot. They're basically defending all the time. The Centaurs are coming in.
Arrow hits on Venomancer. Ice in trouble. Good stun actually there. But it's not going to be enough. Ice is going to come in. ulti pops. Actually misses on all the sides, guys. The ulti will pop out from our Furion though.
That is true. And
they
want to go on Slaughter, and they probably can actually bring it down.
ulti, splash. He should not be able to run. Stick charge keeps him alive. The sprint is there. This the pot of moldy. Actually give him a little bit of...
Perfect.
Vision out, HY, he gets stunned. He's almost getting himself stuck. Now Ice pops up the ulti. Shoei not able to get, as he does get out of there. Jumping down to the Ancients as Art Styles is on a massive spree. Sven goes down. He wants to catch up. The channeling the TP is no stun. He gets back out. Potom gets 2. And XY is going to go down on the retreat out. Art Styles gets the last hit. Force tried to get in there and get the last one as well. Storm Spirit's the only one alive and it makes my goals to G. It's going to end though.